So anyone that's been in the fitness space for quite a while will probably be very familiar with what the phone app MyFitnessPal is, right? Essentially, it's just an application primarily used for tracking your macronutrients, your calories, and your activity levels throughout the day. It can also do other like count your steps, but I mean, that's kind of besides the point. The main thing people mostly use it for is to track their calories, right? And that's exactly what I used it for the longest time. And today I want to give you some reasons on why you should maybe try to use it or try to incorporate it into your fitness journey and how it might have a pretty positive impact on your fitness goals, your life, your overall well-being. So number one, the main reason I use MyFitnessPal was yes, to track calories, but there was a bigger result out of just tracking calories. I managed to break through many plateaus that I wasn't able to in the past. In a previous video where I mentioned how to actually go about your very first cut, I mentioned that when I started using MyFitnessPal, I was actually able to see how much food, how much energy I was consuming, and within the ballpark, how much calories I was burning throughout the day. And having all this data made it extremely easy to see that the reason that I was not losing weight was frankly because I was just eating at my maintenance level for the weight that I was at. And as soon as I started tracking everything that went into my mouth and consciously brought the calories down by a couple hundred, I saw almost an instant change within my weight and the way I looked in the mirror. I mean, I didn't magically get leaner overnight, but within the span of a couple of weeks, you could definitely see that I was breaking through that plateau. I was actually surprised by how well it worked. It was literally quite like magic. So if you're trying to break through a plateau, or if you're just maintaining weight and you don't know why you can't lose it, try to see what you're eating, try to count all your calories within the span of a week, count your calories every day, see what your maintenance is, and then for the next week, try to literally reduce it by like 200 or like 300, and then see how your weight changes. Number two, it held me accountable for every single thing that I was eating. If I was eating like shit, I knew that I was eating like shit. There was nobody else to hold responsible for my diet. I knew exactly what my goals were, and I knew exactly what I had to do to accomplish them. With this in mind, it made it far easier to not stray off my diet, and every time I did, I could hold myself accountable because I would of course log everything that I ate into the app, and I couldn't really play it off as a mishap or anything like that. I had full accountability, I knew exactly what I was doing, and that transported into other parts of my life, not only in fitness, but just in general day-to-day interactions, but it all stemmed from just me using the app. Lastly, it helps you build a pretty solid routine. What I noticed is that I would usually get really annoyed when I had to log many foods, and this came over like a couple hundred days of using the app. So I decided to pick a couple of foods that I liked, right? A couple of foods that were healthy, and I would constantly have the exact same diet every day, which made it so brutally easy to follow and maintain a pretty healthy weight, right? If you have a routine, if you know exactly what you're going to eat every day and you log it into the app, it's keeping you accountable, right? You have everything logged in, you know exactly what you're gonna eat. It's very difficult to actually stray off your diet. Like if you have a good diet model that's not deficient in macronutrients, you are set for gains and staying shredded. If your mental health is in check, then this app is absolutely key for your fitness journey, your dieting, and any other goals you have related to nutrition and training. I definitely recommend you try it out if you haven't yet. It personally probably made the biggest difference thus far in like my 3 years of working out, and it really opened my eyes to how much nutrition actually plays a role in building muscle and losing weight. So yeah, check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. If you don't like it, you can always just uninstall the app, but I definitely recommend you give it a try. You'll be surprised by your results.